What is up, my howlers? Wolfpack here, and today I want to discuss two TV spots today, and it's of course about the movie It, and yeah, they've come out kind of recent, not too recent, just a little recent. So I just want to talk about the first two. The third one's not there's not much to see, and yeah, let me just give you a brief summary of the first TV spot. And what happens in the first TV spot is that we see Eddie, little Eddie, with the, he's like, in just case you guys don't know who he is, he's the one with asthma. It's the best description I can give you, and he's a mom's boy, and yeah, he is walking by the abandoned house, the mansion that we keep seeing in the trailer, and then he's just, bird whistling. He's all by himself, walking past there, like we've seen before in the trailers, and then we just hear Pennywise speak, and then we hear him say, "Where are you going?" And then Eddie is like really confused. He's like, "What the hell?" And he looks back to the house, and we just see Pennywise. And then Pennywise says, with all the balloons covering his face, saying, "You look like a nice boy. I bet you have a lot of friends." And we just hear that part. "I bet you have a lot of friends," repeating so many times, and everything just starts getting all hectic with other scenes that you can't really see because again it's going by real fast, and we just and then we just it goes back to Pennywise, and then Eddie he just looks back at Eddie. Of course, he's probably looking at Eddie, and then he just smiles at him, and then it just ends right there. And yeah, it's really cool because what I found interesting about this TV spot is that I don't know. There's one when again with the scenes where it's getting all like hectic with scenes and all that. I'm pretty sure there's this one scene, or because we just see like I'm pretty sure it's Pennywise in another form chasing down. Well, I'm guessing it might, like I said, you can't really tell because it's going by so fast. My guess is gonna be Richie, and it's gonna be because it looks like it's in like the janitor's room or something like that, with that scene with the werewolf. When he turns to the wolf and he's just chasing him, and Richie's just all terrified. It kind of reminds me of that. It actually does remind me of that. So I'm pretty sure it's for that scene. I don't know, and what happens next? Oh yeah, when I find another thing I find really interesting about this TV spot is that, yeah, even though we hear Pennywise speak only three lines, like those three lines already by itself are extremely haunting. Like, it's crazy. Like it really shows the true terrifyingness. I don't even know if that's a word of Pennywise and all that. And yeah, another thing I noticed is that he sounded really different when he said those three lines. I'm pretty sure he's probably in a different form from what I've heard. Warner Bros. Confirmed that he is going to have multiple voices though throughout the whole movie, which I think is awesome in a scary way because it's really going to like show his personality. How he's always like he's one of those characters that are really comedic, but he's also really terrifying at the same time. And yeah, and it's pretty cool because it kind of reveals of his many abilities that he can take many forms, and I'm pretty sure he was probably in a different form when he said those lines. But yeah, all right. So now for the second TV spot. This one's actually really exciting, by the way. It's let me do a quick rundown of it. And what happens in this one is we see the Losers Club, looking at the slideshow like we seen in the first trailer, and then Pennywise starts appearing in the slides, and they start getting all they all start freaking out and all that stuff, and then after that we see Beverly getting not choked. I don't even know he's just grabbing her throat. I guess he would just say he's choking her, at the doorway and all that, and then everything starts getting all intense and all that. Like tense music comes up, tons of other crazy scenes start happening, and then this is the part where I think it gets really exciting. We see Bill, watch TV, and I'm guessing it's an ad or something like that, and then it just shows a teacher or a host. Again, I'm not really sure if it's an ad or a show, and we just see like she's like saying, what a wonderful day, and she's just with tons of children in the background, and they all start shouting, "Kill them all!" and all that. And then once Pennywise moves all the way, once the host or the teacher moves all the way, you just see you just see Pennywise sitting right in between tons of little kids, like just hidden there. And I think that is just I don't know. I find that scene really funny but terrifying at the same time. Like he's just like, oh wow, it's cool because he can appear in anything, and of course he's going along with them saying kill them all, and the kids are just like he's just there with the kids, and Bill's reaction is actually probably a really interesting part because you can tell like yeah he's like damn I'm really terrified of this guy. I don't know, I can't really explain what he like his reaction, like he can tell he's just like really freaking out, or not freaking out, he's actually more calm in this scene. He's actually just like Oh, what the hell am I seeing? Yeah, there you go. He's like his eyes. He can't believe his eyes. You know, it's unreal to him. And then it's just like we go. It goes back to Pennywise, and he just give him he in return he gives him like this sinister smile. And when I first saw that, I was kind of I thought that part was really interesting because it really shows. I'm not saying Pennywise. You know, he's like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm awesome and scary. You know, come at me. You know, I feel like when he gave him that smile at the end, I felt like he was like kind of you know he obviously he was Bill was intimidated by that and I feel like that smile just meant that he was taunting him, you know, about the death of his brother, Georgie, of course, you know, and that's what I was thinking of when I saw that ad. Because if you think about, you know, in the whole book, you know, in the movie, he's constantly being taunted, you know, about his brother and all that. And I thought that was, you know, I thought that scene right there was just freaking badass. Like honestly, you know, September can't come any sooner. Like I just want this movie to come already. Just super excited, and I know it's too soon to say, but honestly, I think this movie is gonna be my favorite movie of 2017. You know, and again, I know it's too soon, and I don't like to compare, but honestly, I think this is even gonna be better than the original miniseries. Because I don't know, Pennywise just seems a lot more. I don't know. He's just really cool in this movie. You know, I remember at first I was like, oh no, I'm not really a fan of this. You know, I don't like the whole concept of them. I mean, I just don't like the whole point of them remaking it. But actually, I'm really happy that they are, and you know, I just hope that this movie, you know, delivers, and it's gonna be one of the greatest films of all time. So, guys, yeah, I'll put both the TV spots in the description below, so you guys can check them out. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. And remember,